Small talk, she about to fill some big shoes, touch a big bag. Come on, Tiny, this a big move. Can't spell Tiny without the NY. We run a city, bitch, yeah, you know the vibes. Small talk, baby, pull up with the guys. Yeah, I had to say it twice, yeah, you know she never lie, whoa.
Flowers. Oh. No, keep it all in, Wolf. Keep it all in. Keep the flowers. This reminds me of so I don't know if I should talk to that for you, but it reminds me of my birthday when you took me to the
Yeah.
spot. That
My
was so
baby
beautiful.
deserved her flowers. Yes.
That was a dope spot.
And she made me make a speech though. I was not ready. Like, I said, hold on,
Almost made
hold
me-
on. That was not a part.
That was actually dope.
I love my bitch. Please. She knows it. Shit.
All right. I love it. She knows it.
Yeah.
Stop. You know me. One thing about me, I don't know if I feel like, have I always been like that? Like I always been super sensitive, or now I'd be like, I'd be ready to cry about anything.
Oh my God.
Gotta relax.
That's a good segue to the convo. Let's dissect that.
You gotta
Let's unpack that.
Let's unpack that. So, brain fart.
Got it. Got it, girl.
So I'm excited to be here because I feel like it's the last time I shot was a year ago. Cringe to say because time be flying. But I specifically felt like I should do this episode with you. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know you was nervous. T is nervous, guys. It's okay. T is usually behind the camera, but I forced her to be in the front of the camera today because when I thought about my rebrand and me coming back out and like popping out, all I could think about was like transitioning 30s. Now we're like, I feel like when I first started shooting the pod, it was like entering 30s is nerve-wracking. And the cool thing about shooting podcasts is like when you rewatch your old stuff, you're like, oh my God, I don't even think like that anymore. Like, who was that? Who is that? Like, even when like stuff that we've shot that I've never dropped, I'd be like watching it back, like, oh my God. So when I was sitting down thinking about how I wanted the rebrand to be, how I would shoot it, right? I'm thinking about the transition eras, sisterhood, all of those things. And for me, I'm like, yo, T's been there since. So don't
Oh my
start.
gosh.
Don't start. But
Okay.
we just
Sorry.
started. No, but like and people are always shocked when we post. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know you guys knew each other since then." Like they thought we met in college. So this is, even though most people that watch this probably know who we are, but there's people who don't know. Me and Tia have been friends since 2007. Yikes. That's, what is that, 20 years? Come on, I don't do math.
Almost.
Yeah, that's like 20 years. So it's freshman year of high school. So who better than to talk about transitioning and entering a new era other than someone who's been there from the beginning?
Yes.
My girl T.
My baby.
So from freshman year of high school to freshman year, to graduating high school to freshman year of college.
Yes.
Shout out Penn State.
Come on.
All my Penn State alumni. To graduating, being college roommates, living together for 2-3 years, to graduating college, to navigating life in your early 20s, to now we done exit a whole decade and started a whole new one. And we fresh in here. I still, we in the early 30s still.
Claiming it.
And I'm like, damn, we've watched each other through so many different transitions. The ratchet days, the irresponsible days, the my favorite, no having bills, responsibility days, not having a real job, not working. We done worked so many crazy odd jobs together too. What was our famous job was FedEx. We worked at FedEx, yeah, for 3 days.
Chill. We did 3 days.
Yes.
See, we only did one.
we did orientation. The first 2 days was orientation. Those counting. We got paid for 3 days worth of work.
Embarrassing.
So like, yeah, we started I don't want to laugh. when we was working in the cafeteria at school, making
Stacks.
7 stacks, making $7 an hour.
Yes, rapping the hell out the sandwich.
We was to procrastinating, writing papers. And it was so funny because the other day, I think I sent you the screenshot. You know, when you go on Facebook and then you have the memories from like 15 years ago, and it was like the same behavior 15 years ago. I posted a post of me and Tim. Y'all remember Uvu? We used to be on Uvu writing our high school papers the day before it was due. No, maybe the morning.
Stress.
The morning it was due.
Stress.
And I'm like, damn, we still do that now. That's terrible.
Insert a clip of the
I'm gonna insert it. But yeah, like, so I wanted this episode to be talking about that transition.
Mhm.
When did we realize like what is stuff is getting like serious now, right? It's scary. We're turning a serious age. I don't even want to say it because it scares me.
Oh.
But I'm excited because I think like, especially for like the 20 somethings that watch this, I remember I couldn't even enjoy being 28, 29 because everybody like, about to be 30.
Exactly.
You about to be 30. Like I feel like from the minute you turn 26, you're really 30.
Yeah.
You're really 30. Like, just let me enjoy. So one thing I know I told myself for the 30s that I'm definitely working on actively doing is appreciating the present, right? Because I'm like, I always think about like us in college or us in our 20s, and I'm like, damn, if we only knew how good we had it, or if I could go back to college, if I could go back to the 20s, and we was stressed.
What? And had no idea. Girl, don't even get me started.
We was stressed. We thought that like, I don't know what we thought.
Yeah, we didn't. We had no clue.
We had no clue.
We had no idea.
So I'm like, there's gonna be a point like in our 40s and our 50s where we're gonna look back like, damn, wish I could go back to my 30s.
Yeah.
So let's enjoy it now, right?
Where we are. Yeah.
How you feeling in your 30s, Aaron?
Ooh.
How you feeling being here? How you feeling everything?
Ooh, child, Chile. Where do I start? Let's unpack that.
So let's talk about it.
30s has been interesting. It's been a journey to say the least. I feel like I'm still learning every day. Um, we could get deep. Said, why do I feel emotional? Hey.
It comes with the 30s.
Yeah,
Like, I'm about to cry anytime I think about
every
it.
second, because like there's so much to think about. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the 30s, I definitely feel more like aware, and definitely what you said, like wanting to take moments to like pause and appreciate where I'm at because
Mhm.
everything is happening so fast. And I don't know. The first thing that comes to my mind for real is like my parents. Like
Mm.
that switch of like now we become the new parents. When the hell did that happen? I don't know. But like I think that was like an eye opener for me to be like,
Mhm.
we getting up there, this is getting real, like this is getting serious. Like they're, I gotta be more responsible. I may have to take care
Mhm.
of you someday. You know how stubborn and
Challenging. They're like bad toddlers.
yeah.
It's definitely like as of recent, I was thinking about that more because I know I spoke about this on the pod before. But I have old elderly parents. My dad, God bless him, he's 83 years old. My mom is 72. Like that sounds crazy. To say. And it's like I know when I tell other people that, and they're like, "Oh my God, your dad's 83." For one, he's Haitian, so he doesn't look 83 at
My
all.
God. My guy.
But I think for me too, because you look at your parents a certain way.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
even for me, like I'm like, yeah, he's 83, but like I don't look at him like an elderly man at all.
Exactly.
And so like one day you're just like looking, you're like, damn, and like you're helping. Okay, I'm making doctor's appointments, or I'm like, sit down, let's
Literally.
go.
Literally.
And I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like
They're like your superheroes and almost like they could do no wrong. And then like you
right.
said, literally now I'm scolding you and telling you, can you relax?
When did this happen?
It's
Like,
crazy.
yeah. So do you feel like for you that was the shift that made you realize like the difference from the 30s to the 20s? Was it your parents or was it like other things?
I feel like it might have been a few things, a couple of lit nights where that recovery was like, hold on,
Oh,
girl, this is no
you
longer.
remember me? I never. Oh my God. I got. First of all, to know me is to know I don't really drink like that. Okay, I really don't, and I'm tiny in real life. So one
Yo.
drink, I'm on my ass. I'm not a drinker. That's not my thing. I do it occasionally. I don't know. One of our friends got open bar for her birthday, and I'm like, she paid for it. I don't want her to waste her money.
Oh my gosh,
And I was getting carried out. I snatched my wig off, and I couldn't wake up Like, the recovery was bad.
It took like what, 2, 3
24
days,
to
right?
48 hours.
That's
And I've never you remember, like, when you're young and you're 19, 20, you going to work like nothing.
going to class.
I had class, I had work, Thirsty Thursday. Yeah, no,
Repeat,
30s,
do it over.
can't do that.
Yeah.
It's not it's yeah.
And you don't want to either. You're
Yeah.
like,
The same things don't excite you
yes.
anymore in the 30s. So I think to describe it also, I think about, like, I always say this, so I feel like the 30s is like adult puberty
Mm,
because I feel like you're low key, I don't wanna say identity crisis, but
mhm,
kind of. Like, I'm
mhm,
trying to know my place in the
mhm,
world in all areas, like my career,
mhm,
my dating life,
mhm,
my friends.
mhm,
You're like, do I really like these people
mhm.
or am I just used to these people? Do they align
Do
with
they
where
align?
I'm headed? Where am I headed?
Mhm,
What
mhm,
is my purpose? Am I being fulfilled?
mhm,
Or am I just going with the flow because it's comfortable and it's consistent and it's what I'm used to?
mhm,
Um,
mhm,
and certain things just like, does it make sense for me to jump and do this or do that?
mhm,
At the same time, I also feel like I've let go of that notion and that feeling of fear in the 30s too. I
mhm,
think in the 20s I was more like fearful,
mhm.
and now I'm like,
I don't care.
I don't care.
Imma do what I gotta do.
I'm gonna do
Yeah,
and wanting to reinvent yourself and do whatever
yeah,
without being unapologetically you.
yeah.
I think before in your 20s, you're more like, "That's not cool," or "I care more what other people think." Do you feel that way?
It's interesting because I'm like, I feel like I'm getting there, um, but I think that, like, social media has, like, kind of put a little bit of, you know what I mean? Like, of pressure, added, like, a layer of pressure of, like, caring what people think, and I think it's a lot of things, right? Like, I'm backtracking a little bit, but, like, just thinking what you said about the adult puberty piece, like, the 30s is like, am I where I thought I would be? Like, it's
Mm.
definitely that, like, I do a lot of that, like, I thought I would be here by now, like, at one point, I was like, "Yo, I wanna be married by 25."
Mm.
The now?
Yeah,
What?
like, the thought of being married at
Marriage?
25 is
The thought of marriage, period, not gonna lie, that's a whole
uh,
'nother
but at 25, I was a child. Now
still
looking back, like, I'm like
absolutely, absolutely.
25. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I love seeing married couples and stuff, but
Yes,
even when I see people, like, we went to high school with that got married at 20, I still can't believe they married. They're
yes.
on kid 3,
Still
and
together,
and they're
yes.
still together, and I'm just like, "Wow."
Yeah.
So that was gonna segue into my next question, like, how you feel about, like, letting go of timelines that you didn't actually choose.
Mhm,
So it's like, um, to piggyback what you said with the social media thing,
mhm,
with the rise of social media, I definitely think that's, like, contributed to mental health, my
mhm.
mental health specifically too, like, I think it's a lie to say that you don't compare yourself. I think people try to
Yeah,
not do it and
exactly.
how you have to have a healthy way of how you use social media, but we were never supposed to, I feel, have this much access to seeing w this much,
Consistently, all the
like
time.
consistently. We weren't supposed to see all of this.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so it's like you said, by nature, you compare. So it's
Mhm,
like, damn, like I feel like I'm chilling, then I
mhm.
hop on the gram and I'm like, damn, this girl's on a yacht. This girl just bought a G-Wagon. This one just got married. I'm like, well, shit. Maybe
Where
I'm
mine
not.
at?
Yeah,
Right.
maybe I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Mhm, mhm,
And just battling that. Then it's like, not having kids yet, not being married. And
mhm,
it's like, you want to show up and be happy for others,
mhm.
which are, like my close friends, most definitely. But then it's also like, damn, where am I supposed to go?
Where do
Like,
I go?
where
What do I
and how do you navigate that?
Mhm.
And I think another thing I experienced in the early 30s with the transitions of friendships, that's a big one.
Yeah,
And also, like, I'm happy for you, you're moving on, but then it's like now you don't have the close sisterhood
yeah,
that you used to have. And it's like, that's like a heartbreaking
for sure.
feeling. And it's like also trying to, cope with it.
Adapt, yeah.
Yeah, like how do I cope with not that I'm not happy for you, but now it's like,
Mhm,
where do I stand? Where do I, you know?
mhm, mhm.
Um,
I think I
yeah.
don't know, I think it's a few things. I think it's something that I wish that I practiced a little more because it's one thing I could say about my 20s was I was, like, in relationships, like, all of
Mhm.
my 20s, and, we were young, and I feel in hindsight, I'm like, if I could do it over, like, I probably would have been single, but,
Mhm.
everything happens for a reason, but I think all that to say, like, I don't think enough time was spent, like, pouring into myself and, like,
Mhm.
developing like that self-love when it should have been happening. And so now in my 30s, I feel like that's a part of what makes the 30s a little bit more challenging to navigate, because it's like you said, who are you? What do you like? Hobbies, like who
Mhm.
are you even? Like it's a whole new reinvention. And so even that's when I feel like the comparison comes, because you're like, I didn't spend enough time pouring into me. I spent a lot of time pouring
Mhm.
into others.
Mhm.
And so I think now I feel like it's inevitable a little bit, but I feel like being able to do stuff like this, I think,
Mhm.
like what you're doing now, I think is so powerful. Like you're speaking on it and you're bringing like awareness to it. And I was talking to my therapist, and she was like, "You're not the only person that feels like that. Like there are
Mhm.
so many people that feel exactly what you're feeling." And it's like the importance of like talking about it. And I think that's something that like we don't do enough. Like, we don't have enough deep conversation. Well, not us,
Mhm.
we be talking, having our car conversations, but,
Yeah.
like, I think
Parking
people in
lot.
general, yeah, like, it's just, like, having these real conversations and being able to be vulnerable with people and having people that are, like, going through the same exact things and being okay with saying, "Yo, I'm not where I wanna be in life," or, "I
Mhm.
feel this way about this," and having that type of safe
Safe
space,
space.
because I think that helps you, like,
Yeah.
with it, like
I agree. I think I also part of, like, when I thought about, shooting again for the podcast, right? Because when I thought about, like, the hiatus and all this stuff, and I was, like, asking myself, like, "Why did you go on a hiatus?" Or, "What's going on?" Right? And
Mhm,
just being honest within myself, right? Like, so many factors, so many things. Depression, anxiety, this, that,
mhm,
life is life and
mhm,
whatever. But I felt a sense of, like, I prayed on it, and
mhm,
I was, like, asking God to, like, put it on my heart, what you want from me, what do you
mhm,
want me to do? And part of me felt like it's my duty to create some part of a safe space, right?
mhm.
Because I'm like, it's important to me. I appreciate that's I don't wanna get emotional.
You
Not
should.
but you know what I mean? Like, to have that is so important. I thought about this yesterday. I was thinking about, like, I don't know what I was watching, but the importance of friendship, right?
Mhm.
Because some people feel like I know it's, like, a trendy thing, like, no new friends or, like, I'm a loner or I'm this, I'm that, and I'm like, I'm nothing without my friends.
Yeah,
Part of the reason why it's hard to also see people the transitions of friendships, right? It's not the same from when we were kids
yeah,
and people are growing, but to value these long-term relationships because you need it.
yeah,
It's what keeps you grounded and to know that you're not the only one going through this. I'm
yes.
not crazy. Like, it's okay. So, this is my contribution to whoever
Aw,
watches this. It's like feeling, don't let social media get to you.
yes.
Don't feel like you're behind. You're also exactly where you're supposed to be. And I read a scripture, or no, I think it wasn't a scripture. It was might have been a meme, but might have
That's
been a
okay.
meme. But it was like one of the it was like a scripture page, and it was like God is very intentional.
Mm,
So every roadblock, every
mhm,
disconnect, every delay, it's on purpose
mhm.
and trusting in that. And sometimes that's also what helps me to ease my anxiety when I'm like, what am I,
Yes,
what's going on? It's
yes.
just like trust how disrespectful it is to say you believe in God or you're
Ooh,
faithful, but then you over here worried.
come on with a word.
You worried. That's disrespect. You trust me or not? Which
Exactly,
one is it?
exactly.
So that's also what helps me to ease my anxiety because it's like, we all go through those moments.
Yes.
And so that's things that I think about though.
My girl is a vessel, y'all. I think that's something too in the 30s, like, that I've noticed. I've become a lot more, like, spiritual and, like, really wanting to know God, like, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like, really wanting to understand, like, literally what you said, like, "God, how do you wanna use me? Like, how am
Mhm.
I supposed to show up in this world?" And, I think I'm proud of you first and
Thanks,
foremost,
TT.
my girl. Yeah, doing what she's supposed to do. I'm still trying to figure it out, like,
And
where
we're
I
gonna get
belong in
there.
this, but, um, I think it's what you said, like, right? Like, how disrespectful it is, like, God is saying, "Yo, I'm giving you all the tools, I'm giving you
Mhm.
everything, just all I need you to do is have a little bit of faith," but at the same time, I love that He knows us, and He knows that we're gonna mess up, and He
Right.
knows that we're gonna question it, and He knows that and I feel like it's all a part of the journey, like, it's all necessary, it's all important to, like you said, make us appreciate where we are, because
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, I have moments where I'm like, I don't even remember, like, all of my 20s, you know what I mean? And I don't
Mhm.
wanna have that same feeling for my 30s
Mhm.
at all, like, I wanna be able to create memories. I'm so excited. We're going away for my girl's birthday. Like
Can't wait.
I'm excited to like literally like be able to be present and like
Mhm.
it's your Jesus year. Like I feel
Mhm.
like all of this is like so significant. Like it's the turning point, you know? I just
Mhm.
feel like I feel optimistic. That part I can say.
Mhm.
I don't know. I have a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
I get tongue-tied. I don't know.
No, I agree. I feel the same way too when I was thinking about my upcoming trip for my birthday. Because I think I told you like we're going to Guatemala.
Yeah.
Never been there. But there's a few things I'm wanna be intentional about that I have like pre-planned in my head too that I wanna, like you said, be present and like give like we always talk about like eat, pray, love.
Yes. That's
Eat,
our
pray,
dream,
love. If
y'all.
you ever seen that movie, watch it if you haven't.
That's us.
Especially if you're in your 30s,
Yes.
trying to navigate
Figure it out.
and figure it out because it's very fitting. But yeah, that's what like I envision. Like I want to disconnect. I want to,
Mhm.
feel it.
Mhm.
And like you said, like
Be present.
be present and just I'm
Mhm.
happy to be here because another thing like I think we're constantly doing is always trying to do better, right? You
Yes.
always want to
Do more.
you're older people told me this all the time, and I never really understood it until now. And it's like you will never have enough money.
Exactly.
You will never have enough. You're always going to want more. It's never going to be enough.
Mhm.
And one day when I had that realization, I got my paycheck and I just happened to look at my pay stub and I was like,
Girl.
damn, I gotta pay this, I gotta pay that, I gotta pay my rent, I'm like, damn, I gotta do it more overtime, more hours, I gotta figure out another way to get some more money. And I'm like looking at the number right on the check, and I'm like, I remember when I wasn't even making half
Whoa.
of this
What?
a paycheck,
What?
right? And I'm like, and I remember saying like, all I need is to make $1,000 every 2 weeks and I'll be okay.
Mhm.
All I need is a $2,000 check and it's like, girl, you here now.
Mhm.
And look at you.
Mhm.
Still not fulfilled.
Still not
Still like,
satisfied.
I need a little bit more.
Yep.
I need a little bit more.
Yep.
A couple years ago, you was just saying you needed this more. You got God blessed you, and now
Gave
look
it to
at
you.
you.
Now what?
You still saying, I need a little bit more instead of working on like, acknowledging how far you came and where you
Mhm.
are in the present.
Mhm.
And I try to check myself all the time
Mhm.
with that. Even when I find myself frustrated or mad
Hard. It's
or a
hard.
delay, I'm like, one thing I try to catch myself on when I'm complaining and I'm frustrated is to also replace it with gratitude.
Mm.
Um,
That's deep.
Mini segue, but a perfect example where I recently did this is I went to Miami for one of my best friend's bachelorette party. Um, the weather's crazy. I ended up getting stuck from they canceled my flight, sent me to Chicago. I've never been to Chicago before. Also didn't know Chicago was segregated. That's a
Me
whole nother
either. Yeah, you
yeah, that's a
told
whole
me.
nother so I ended up on the clear side of Chicago. And I got stuck out there for 2 days and I was livid, right? I'm like, I had to get a hotel. My luggage is lost. I'm mad, right? I was texting you, T. I was furious. Like
Going through
everything
it.
else on the trip made it back. I'm like, I'm the only one that's stuck in Chicago. I can't believe this. It's below zero. It's free. I was upset. Okay. I'm
Rightfully
like,
so.
I don't have the extra money to spend on another hotel,
Mhm.
all of this stuff, food,
Mhm.
whatever. So I end up getting a hotel. I stayed there. And when I was in the hotel, I'm all bent out of shape, right? I'm mad. And then I'm like, something clicked in my head, right? And I'm like, how grateful you should be. How blessed are you that you're able to have a credit card to pay for you to be here? Because some people don't have that,
Hello.
right? How grateful are you to be able to be in Miami? Because some people can't afford a Miami flight.
It's
And look at you
snow
complaining,
in the
okay?
cold.
How lucky are you? You got a luggage full of stuff. Some people don't have that. God made a way. Yeah, it's not, I want to be home,
Ideal.
right? It's not ideal. I don't want to be stuck in Chicago.
Of course.
But guess what? So what? I had to use my credit card. At least I got a credit card.
Mhm.
How blessed are you to have that? Some people can't even save living paycheck to paycheck. And look at you sitting here complaining. How disrespectful are you? Like, I really had to talk to myself like, you disrespectful ass bitch. Like, this is exactly why.
Gotta check your
Yeah, like, I'm like, and I got down and I prayed and I said, I'm so sorry, God. Like, I am wildin'.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you for always making a way.
Mhm.
You know, so those moments where I'm just like checking myself, like
And he
want
put you through that literally probably so that you could come to that
realize,
senses.
you know, like
Mhm.
thank God you were able to make it safe
Mhm.
to Chicago. So many other things could have went wrong. So
Mhm.
I try to, in the moments of those type of moments where we get frustrated or we're angry or we don't understand, and that was something minute per se,
Sure.
but it's like, those are the moments you gotta appreciate. You woke up today. People don't wake up every
Every
day,
day, absolutely.
whether you had a bad day, you think, or a rough day. You had a day. There's people that would die to be in your position and you don't realize that.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
trying to be,
I love
you
that.
know,
I love that. I feel like I'd be trying to do that with
and it's
my
hard.
job.
Talk about it. Talk about the career crisis in the 30s and wanting to reinvent.
Oh, Chile.
How do you feel like, I know your career,
Mm,
right? She's an educator.
mm,
Don't mind me sharing.
mm,
Um, Now, like, people change careers all the time,
mhm,
right? So
mhm,
how do you feel? Some people also feel like, I went to school for this, I have to stay with this, or I'm complacent.
mhm.
So with you, like, wanting to change careers and stuff, like, talk about that, and like, is it fearful for you?
It's very scary. It's a lot of layers to it. I feel like I was teaching since I graduated college. That was this is the first and only like real
Mhm,
job that I've had. So it's like all I've known. And so it's a lot of like, okay, so what do you do next? How do you pivot? It's a few things. It's fear. It's like, can I do anything else
mhm,
outside of like help these babies? And then it's a lot of that too, like understanding where the world is going, understanding like how critical things are that I don't think people who may not be in education like don't understand. Like it is a crisis. Our babies
mhm,
are like I can get emotional thinking about like how bad it is, like how behind they are, how like disengaged they are, how they don't even care. I literally asked one of my students like, "Hey, like so you understand that your friends can read and you can't, right?"
mhm,
Like and he was like, "Mm." And I was like, "Okay, like just no type of what is it? Like stamina or like desire to want anything
mhm,
outside of an iPad or outside of, like, being able to play a game, and so, it's a lot of that, like, do I stay? I feel guilty for wanting to leave, I struggle with that a lot.
mhm,
I ask God, like, "God, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I feel like you put me here for a reason," and,
mhm.
like, I feel stagnant a little bit because it's like, "Okay, I've been doing this for the past 10 years," but at the same time, I'm like, "Okay, so do I want to leave.
Mhm.
I wanna leave because I feel like there's bigger powers, like, at play, like, outside of administration, like, we could go on a whole
Mhm.
deep, you know,
Deep dive.
systemic racism, how it
It's
plays a
deep. No, it's
part
deep.
in how our babies are so behind, how they intentionally merged all these kids together, kids that have IEPs with regular kids and expecting teachers to teach 40 kids and give
And
them
I
the
give proper
same
resources.
have no funding to give them anything. My school doesn't have a gym. My school doesn't have a proper play yard,
So it's
like,
like the feeling of like guilt. Like, do I jump ship?
it's huge.
Like, do I jump ship because this just doesn't fulfill? Like, what is the right point where it's okay to be selfish,
Mm,
right? Like, like because I felt like that when I worked in foster care
mhm,
for a couple years. Some of you know, some of you don't know. And I was super attached to the foster kids I worked with. I used to work with kids in the juvenile system, and I actually missed that feeling of being able to help kids get out of like,
mhm,
jail and help retransition them. And I loved those kids,
mhm.
right? But then it got to a point where it's bigger than me. It's a systemic thing
There you
where
go.
I'm a small fight. Like I don't got a big fight in this.
There you go.
Right now. So me jumping ship is like me turning my back on it because I'm someone who genuinely cares.
Yeah.
So,
But you know
but
what I always think about? It's weird, it may sound corny, but, like, I be thinking about people like well, I guess not weird, but, like, Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? Like, people, like,
yeah,
who, like, was
but yeah,
carrying
civil rights
whole
activists.
movements on their
Yeah.
back and, like, really died for the cause, and I'm like, "Am I meant to really I'm
No,
meant to die for the"
imagine us being back when the Black Panther movement and stuff. Like, I don't
Ah,
know.
I don't know. I wonder, I really juggle I pray all the time, like,
Am
am I
I?
meant to or I feel like which could tie into a whole other conversation, like you said, am I meant to be, like, selfish and realize,
Mhm.
like, how can I use my purpose for good elsewhere? Like, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Or, like, something that I created. I think all the time about, like, starting my own school. I know so many dope educated people,
Mhm.
even, like, thinking about a space like this, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
being able to set up a school where kids can learn how to do podcast. I
Yeah.
tell my kids all the time, like, my best friend does podcasting, and like this is what we do, and like I know cinematographers and things like that. Having those type of like
That's
resources, and
creative.
opening their mind to like things outside of like it's not just
On the
arithmetic,
phone,
math.
chat,
Yeah, it's not just what they wanted us to
Oh yeah.
sit behind a
100%.
desk and be obedient to like what a teacher's saying. That's another thing. I always tell my kids, like, question everything. Ask why. Like, I'm not gonna get mad when you say, but why, Miss Clemens? I'm not gonna get tight. You're supposed to question everything. Like,
Yeah.
get curious about the world. That's a part of what like keeps you hungry. Like,
Mhm.
be hungry for knowledge. Ask, why is this way? Why is this that way? That's exactly what like expands your mind. So yeah, I juggle with it. Should we be selfish? So should we like teaching is also very like
Demanding. It's a lot.
it's very like work-life balance. I don't know her.
Yeah.
I don't know she. I feel bad all the time. Even thinking like what you said, like friendships. I think about that, like how often I've probably let friendships go by the wayside because or like abandoned and probably haven't shown up in spaces when I was supposed to or should have because of work, allowing work to like pull me in. And it's like, and so, I teeter-totter with that too.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're all
The
just trying to,
juggles.
and that's why I think it's okay to talk about it because we don't have the answers. Because I certainly don't,
Like,
but I know talking about it feels better.
yeah, it
And
does.
I know, like, for me, even when I go on my, like, little TikTok and stuff and I hear somebody else talking
Yes.
about going through the same thing,
Yes.
I'm like, "Okay, I'm not crazy."
Exactly.
Okay, so and that's what this is. You're not crazy.
But my therapist, I said, okay, girl. Ooh,
Like,
inhale, exhale.
You're not crazy, and we're gonna figure it out together,
There we go.
and just one day at a time and not getting consumed with the future. Because I think for me, which I'm also learning in therapy, shout out to us being in therapy again, one time for that.
Snap, snap, snap.
I'm a big advocate on mental health, and I believe everyone should go to therapy. And if you feel like you shouldn't, you are the main person that needs to go. Everybody needs therapy at some point.
Yes.
And so shout out to us. We both restarted therapy
Yes.
again. And I know I spoke about this on another episode with actually Alo. That's one of my favorite episodes too with Alo.
Shout out to
He's a real estate agent, and we kind of tied in mental health with the home buying process. And he's also someone, very healed man that put the work in.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
We
A
know.
great example.
We saw it firsthand.
Listen. So shout out to my bro, Alo. But it was something that he said on the episode that I remember always stuck with me too. And he said, therapy is ongoing and you need it for different seasons in your life.
Yes.
And at that time I was in therapy consistently for like a year and a half, and then I stopped for a year and now I'm back in. And I'm like, wow, I'm in a whole new season.
Yes.
I'm in a whole new
Season 32.
Like season 32.
Yes.
Trying to figure this out.
Yes.
And it's a whole different navigation system, right? And there was things that I learned with therapy, and I'm starting now to learn is like, everything goes back to childhood.
Yes.
Everything you do goes back to your childhood.
The way you
everything,
the way you act, the way you think,
the way you think, the way you act, everything. And it's things that you don't even realize.
Yes.
And I think that's what the enlightening thing with therapy is, because I remember speaking to my therapist. This was my last therapist, and we spoke about me having abandonment issues, right? And I'm like, how? Right? So I'm like, my mom was present, it was this and that. And we really we got to it. And I was like, I never in a million years thought that, like, would have thought or connected those pieces. So it's the same thing now with even like, I feel like now the rise of like feeling anxious all the time, or my nervous system isn't regulated, or I'm feeling this or that. Like, where does that come from, right? And one thing I was speaking about recently with my therapist was my fear of the future. And what I realized is that I've always had this fear from a child. Like, I always had this weird ass fear of becoming a bum. Don't ask me where it came from. Don't ask. Like, I used to be like in kindergarten. Like, I don't even know. Did I watch like New Jack City
Not
or
in
something?
kindergarten.
Like, I don't know. I'm thinking of all the hood movies I was watching, because that was one thing. Like, my mom didn't monitor what I was watching. So I'm like, I was watching Boys in the Hood, New Jack City, all of this stuff. So I'm like, was it the hood movies that had me scared? Because I was like in first grade paranoid to be a bum. Like, and it's a constant fear that I've had throughout my entire life.
Deep, see? You never told me that one.
my therapist. I'm like, I don't know where it came from. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I didn't have no drug addicts that I could see, like, firsthand in my immediate family. Like, so I'm like, I don't know.
But that's a good like, I don't wanna be a bum. I
I
think
don't
that's
want to be a
fair.
bum. But it instilled this, like, anxiety in me
Yeah.
from young,
Yeah.
which I never realized. You know, I feel like we didn't know what anxiety was
Yes.
before.
Yes.
Now we have a name to it, and it's like
Everything,
I'm
okay.
overstimulated. I mean, I'm anxious and please, that's another thing. See, I be telling you this too all the time.
Stop. Stop labeling.
Stop labeling because you see stuff on social media, because you see stuff on TikTok. Everybody wants to be autistic. You're not autistic.
I think
You
we are all on the
I mean,
spectrum.
we all have a little something to us, but please don't label yourself. If you feel that way, go
Get checked.
go get checked, go get evaluated, and get an official diagnosis. Please do not label yourself. I tell Tia this all the time. Like,
But you know
please.
what I'm thinking though? Like, what you just said about, like, that fear, that anxiety surrounding, like, being a bum. You know what's crazy? Like, my sister literally told me she had that same exact fear, like, of ending up under the bridge, being a bum, and I'm
Yes.
just like, that's so specific. I don't feel like I've ever had that one in particular, but I think it's interesting because I wonder, like you said, connecting it back to childhood, like how much of that is passed down? How much of that
Mhm.
is from the previous generation? Or how much of that is like the pressure from the previous generation? You know what I mean? Because I look at my parents all the time and I'm like, oof, this needs all types of therapy and this needs all types of healing, and how they're so like uninterested in therapy.
Yes.
And but I think something that was really cool was I was able to have a conversation with my mother. She's like, I really learned a lot from you going to therapy. Like I feel like I'm in therapy, hearing all of so I'm like, okay, so it really is working. Even if it's not working
Yeah.
just yet, it's working in some type of capacity. But
That's
it
dope.
makes me really wonder like how much of that is passed down or is inherited anxiety. Because what's the book? My Grandmother's Hands. I haven't read it, but I've heard like amazing things about it, recommending it for the book club.
We have a book
We have a
club.
book club, y'all. Be proud of us.
I'm real strict and my students are doing terrible, but it's
My
okay.
kids-
Go ahead. We'll put it in.
But we're here though. My Grandmother's Hands, and it kind of just talks about like I'm like briefly summing it up, but like kind of like the idea like the thickness of our hands, right, comes from like our grandmother's hands, something like that, was like from picking cotton. And so like how that's passed down, it's trickled down. And so even thinking about like how our nervous system, like anxiety, all of those things get trickled
Yeah.
down into the womb and all of that. So like that fear, your mom probably had that same exact fear. It just showed up in different ways.
In different ways.
And then how she probably put pressure on you know what I mean? Coming back to like that timeline piece of like, I should be here by now, or like I should have this by now. Like I know my dad was like, my dad's a Taurus, and anybody
Oh,
that knows
talk about the Taurus parent.
Taurus gang,
Mom and my dad are Taurus.
He's
We're gonna get into that. We're big zodiac people.
child.
Please talk about the Taurus parents. Shout out to the Taurus.
Shout out to all the Taurus.
I love.
We need them
We
to
need
balance us. The earth, that's
Yeah.
the earth to keep us grounded.
Yeah, I have.
She say, yeah.
I'm a Pisces. I'm a water sign.
Aries. I don't act like one though, so
You don't. I mean, I never know how.
I don't know how Aries act
I
either.
I do like Aries though. I think
People
I like
say
you.
they're
You're
like
Aries.
really. Thank you. People say, but then I'll be wondering like how much of our rise. You know what I mean? They say really we act like our rising signs. I don't know because they say Aries are like really impulsive and hot headed.
Yeah.
I'm like last to react.
Aries is in my chart.
We struggle with this. Okay, first and foremost, at first Tiny was an Aries rising. Then we did something. You were a Taurus. No, what was
They
it?
don't know who I am. It's like this is why I'm always going through identity
What do we
crisis.
believe? What do we do?
But for the people who are not into zodiacs, you have the big three. That's what they call
Yes,
it. The big three. It's the rising, the moon,
and the sun.
and the sun.
Yes,
And they all come together to
in
form
different
your
ways.
personality.
Yes,
Mine's, I think, is Pisces, Aries, Taurus.
yes,
Or Pisces, Taurus.
Right.
We don't know.
We don't.
I know me and Riri have the same one. Me and Rihanna, I think.
We don't know because Rihanna is the Aries rising.
Yeah.
So we
I don't know.
got to figure it out.
This is why I'm always going through identity crisis. Like I struggle all the time. There's so many layers.
No, but it's like how deep. I struggle with that too because it's like how deep should we base our identities on like, there's so much like controversy around like if you're spiritual, you believe in God, should you be looking at astrology? And in my head, I'm always like, well, God made the stars and he made
That's
all
how I
the
look at
things,
it too.
so why would we not like use it
Yeah.
to like the three wise men used it to get to Jesus?
Yeah.
Like, they used so why would we not
That's
use
how
it
I
to
feel. But I'm not really religious. I'm very spiritual.
spiritual? Same.
So even though, we grew up in Catholic school, but
Yes.
I feel like that kind of traumatized.
Kinda.
The trauma growing up
Chile.
in Catholic school. They made you feel like if you did anything, you were going to hell.
Judgment.
The judgment was insane. Sex, you're going to hell. I'm like, well, damn.
Child, you remember they showed us the abortion video?
Yes, they would show us abortion videos. And
High school?
like, we didn't have Catholic school. They didn't have like sex ed. They didn't provide that.
They
And
just
now
scare
looking
you.
back, they just scare you into abstinence. Like
I
they're
couldn't eat mashed potatoes for like 3 weeks, bro, after watching the video. That was
now
so
looking
bad.
back, I'm like, it's so traumatizing.
That was so bad.
The Catholic school was like scary. They just scare you to have sex. And mind you, everybody was still doing it.
Still doing it.
Oh my God.
Including them, which
Yeah.
is the crazy part. That's
Yeah.
another story.
I don't know. I'm traumatized. I think that's why I'm not Catholic anymore. Like,
Denounced it, see?
yeah, I've been denounced since college. I'm like, I'm not that. Like,
I want no part.
I don't want no part. Mind you, I've done everything, right? I did the first communion, the confirmation.
Process.
I'm like, nah, I denounced. I'm out of, I'm spiritual and I go to Baptist church now
Period.
to receive the word, and that's that. Don't let people try to dictate. That's what I tell people.
That's the 30s too. Like a lot of like unlearning, like what we were told is good, what we were told is right, what we were told we should be, like, and now in 30, we like, actually, that was way off. Like, actually, people in the Catholic Church are doing some crazy things.
Right.
Like, why are we listening to them?
So, to segue a little bit, also, 30s. I feel like we talk about this all the time, but what is it like? This is like the cliche. How has 30s been with dating? I have no words. Let's talk about how the 30s, I think we all know. The dating with 30s.
Child, where do we start? Why do we start?
All of this ties in though.
Does it?
Because you're on the healing journey.
Getting triggered.
Like the word just like, nah. But I think because we're awake.
Yeah.
We're aware in the 30s. And I think that's part of what contributes to it. Because it's like, I'm doing my healing. And now I meet a guy. And I can tell you're not healing.
Yes.
You're not healing like I'm healing.
And anything that's coming to disrupt my peace, sir, you have to be more, do a whole lot more than what peace feels like to me. You have to surpass it, and
to make me want to.
It's not giving that at all.
Because 20s was entertaining red flags.
Ooh.
Right? Like that was like red flags, Six Flags. I'm having a time. We like, what? Oh my God, he looked good.
Arms up.
Oh my God, I'm on it. 30s is so crazy. When I see someone who looks too good, I'm good.
Red flag, immediate.
Red flag, too attractive, I'm good.
Immediate. Need a medium ugly.
Need a medium ugly. Because they look too good, I'm like, I'm good.
Right, all the way good.
I'm good.
You come with.
You don't even. I'm gonna just look from over here. And like he's nice to look at. Yeah, that's as far as it's going.
I see you. You see me.
See you. That's where it ends.
God bless.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
No, yeah,
and that fear too.
That's terrible.
It's bad.
It's terrible.
It's bad, and I be saying like, don't do it. I be trying to tell myself when I do see an attractive guy, I'm like, I don't even want. Don't look at me.
Don't talk.
Don't.
Get away from me.
I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you, and I know you got a lot going on.
Come with something.
You come with something, and I wonder if it feels like that for guys though. Like looking at girls.
That's very
interesting. Like these.
You need a man.
I think not. I don't think it happens. I don't think so. But I wonder, like, do they see this? First of all, I feel like there's a plethora of beautiful women, opposed to like the ratio was never okay.
It's not balanced.
Like I always said, if I was a lesbian, I'd probably be married.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So I
need to choose from.
Yeah, so it's so many great women I could think of. I
But
guess
I be coming, I come back to that point too. Like, I don't even know if this relates, but like, I be like, I feel like a lot of girls be looking the same. You know what I mean? I don't
yes,
know.
I can understand. I can
Like,
see
we've
that.
moved into like everybody looks the same, and
Yeah,
everybody
because
wanna
of
look
like so before it was like magazines and stuff, and that's what girls look to try to be
yeah,
supermodels.
word
Now
up.
we have the IG models, and everybody's
Yeah.
trying to look the same. Yeah.
I don't
So that's why I try to get off the internet in real life and being like living the present in real
touch some
life.
grass.
Yeah, because like I seen a meme that said that too. You were never supposed to have this amount of access to this amount of bad bitches.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm
It's
saying? Like
ridiculous.
I go on my explore page and I'm like, and I'm a girl, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Like, well, goddamn.
Click. Oh my
Like,
gosh.
you just see it all, the BBLs and this and that. And it's no shade. Like, I'm a firm believer in do what you have to do to feel confident in yourself.
Yes.
I love that. But it's just like, Jesus Christ.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And like I said, I try not to compare, but
It's hard. Somebody gathered me. I put on my notes on Instagram. I was like, my husband's head cannot be
in the
floating and all the baddies likes. Mind you, like 18 people was like, oh, but yours can? I'm like,
relax.
Hold on. First and
No, 'cause
foremost.
that's one thing that annoys me too. Like, I don't really care like with my partner with social media, but that does trigger me. Like,
Right?
if you went you're
ODing.
and it shows the head floating.
Happy,
like, here you go.
Billy.
You
What
see,
you doing here?
you see your dick sucking ass boyfriend. like in this bitch picture and 50 others. Like,
Ariana, what are you doing here? Like,
Ariana,
what are you doing here? Thirsty.
You thirsty?
Yeah. See, I said that. I was like, yo, my next man can't have social media.
Yeah.
Gotta be off the grid.
No, I love that. Like, let me tell you something. I love my person to not be active on social media.
Yo.
Like, that is such a turn on to me.
Don't have
like, even if you have it and you're just not super active or you don't post like that, major green flag.
Don't have
a guy that posts too much. What talk? Tell us.
Right. Don't have it for me.
Don't have
Don't have it at all.
No.
It get crazier because like I first went like women would be like, oh, niggas be on some like down low shit. I didn't realize that until I did a music video for one of my friends. He's gay, and I thought all the women were women. So what made me trigger in my head was like the hair, the makeup,
right?
IG model stuff. They could buy that stuff now. So a lot of guys are getting women that you think. So they'll go desperado.
AJ. Yo, listen. Cause that's another fear. I'm not gonna. No, all jokes aside.
Just like if you like, it's a crazy rabbit hole. But let's say, like I said, a lot of men ain't really getting the woman they want. But if you see something close, no,
I can't stop. I can't handle that.
Close, like you get like average woman, BBL, body done, wigs, makeup. What's them
cross dressers?
The cross dressers. What's them dudes that be flaunting like
and Vogue, like
what's them dudes
like transgender, like the Vogue drag queens.
There we go.
A lot of women dress like them, and they dress like them. So a lot of times,
let me tell you something. That's a fear of mine. That download stuff.
Keep game until I realize like this is why he's saying that.
You know what? And it's no like, because some people's into that. Because I don't want to shame like
for
anybody.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like some people they don't mind date. Me personally, like that's not my preference. Like I wouldn't date a bisexual man. But I do think it's important to be transparent. You know what I'm saying? And certain things to me is like red flags, right? Like I be thinking if a guy is too freaky, you gay.
Absolutely.
like you a little too freaky, you need to relax. I'm
going back to you.
Like, because I ain't into that. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just not into it. You know what I'm saying? Each his own, a little too freaky.
Don't you
I'm like,
that one.
Just relax. How has your dating non-negotiable list changed since your 20s? Talk about it.
How has it changed since my 20s? I don't know. I feel like there's so many differences that Tiny said. Gearing up. She said, I'm ready for my moment.
No.
It's hard. I feel like it's hard because I feel like I feel like I was in a weird situation because I was in relationships, like I said,
Back to
from
back.
as long as I can remember, like my early teens
To 20s.
to 30. 30 is
And
when
we had a lot of traumatic relationships.
traumatic. I was in a 7-year relationship, and we broke up when I turned 30. Literally, I had a moment where I was like, "Well, what am I doing? Like, what? I feel like we're stagnant." And so I felt like I was in a weird space of like, you know what? I'm still in a weird space of like trying to navigate this dating world and also still trying to figure me out at the same time. Cause it's like, this is the only person I've known for this long.
Yes.
This is all I've known. This was my
And
world.
that's your comfort.
My comfort. This is who I thought I was gonna spend the rest of my life with. And now I'm 30, hitting that adult puberty, like you said, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the fucking Mr. Krabs in this bitch.
What do I do?
Is going on? What do I do? So, but there's a lot of like
uncertainty.
Child,
putting yourself out there, it's a scary thing. And then it's like not understanding. We were talking about this in the car, like, we talk about, I think for me, like I struggle with intentional dating. I don't know how to intentional date, I'll be honest. And I've tried it and it's hard because like when we talk about the non-negotiables, I'm like, okay, well, no kids. Well, that eliminated like 85% of the niggas that try to talk to me. And then I'm like, okay, well, I can't be that strict, right? Maybe if he has a kid, if they're older, okay, he has to have this or he has to that. And then it's just like, okay, someone could have all the checklists and then maybe I don't connect. And then, and now I feel like I have and part of the reason why I went back to therapy is because I feel like I got to a point where like now I'm so like traumatized. Like I don't even want to hear people's intentions.
Yes.
I don't want to hear your intentions because I'm so used to being disappointed that I'm like, I don't even want to hear it. Save it. Right? Like don't tell me you're going to do this or my intention is that. Respectfully, fuck your intention.
Don't care.
Okay? I don't care. If you want to do something, do it and show with action because it's at the point where I don't even want to hear it.
Yes.
So how do I intentionally date without even wanting to hear your fucking intentions, right?
A liar.
And it's so scary because it's like you want to, I want the marriage. I want the kids. I want the family. I want to have a Jackson. Well, not, that ship has sailed. But I used to want to have a Jackson 5 family. I used to want to have a band with my family.
Yes.
And I'm like, how am I going to get that without the guy? Like, I need the guy. And I'm like, okay, to get the guy, I got to put myself out there. But then it's like, it is scary because now I'm putting myself out there and I'm taking a gamble because now I might potentially get hurt. And then I get hurt. And like I said, I'm a water sign. I'm super emotional. It's like I damn near died.
Yeah, it's like
I drag it. And it's like, do I want to, and you could go through all of that or I could stay right here by myself and be at peace. I'm safe here. But now how do I get the family? How do I get this? So it's like navigating that. How do I do it? What's the right thing?
I struggle with that too. I feel like there's a lot of layers that I always hear, like one, like looking for it. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a sense of like having to learn detachment in a lot of different ways.
And decentering men. Talk about it, T.
Because I feel like...
How has that affected and impacted your life once you started to decenter men, especially being in relationships nonstop? So what was that like?
Honestly, it was rough. It was rough. I have my moments, especially if we could be real during that ovulation time, baby. When it gets real, when it gets rough, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I said, it's forced me to like learn a lot more about myself. Like sit with myself more and understand like who I am and the things that I like, and you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of my identity was tied to whoever I was with. And it's like, girl, did you even know yourself?
Isn't it such a crazy feeling when you come out there because you know what I noticed prior to the last 2 times I went to therapy, and that's why I started going consistently. I noticed that the only time I would start doing for me, or like, I'm gonna go to therapy, I'm gonna go to the gym, it would be immediately after a crisis. I had the craziest breakup. I was fighting with this nigga, it's over, and now it's chaos. I'm going to therapy. I'm going to the gym. This is the only time I would do it. I would never consciously do it for myself. Without a chaotic situation behind it.
That's deep.
And I remember, like our most toxic relationships in college and stuff. And I remember exiting that. This was like 10 years ago. Damn. That was like 10 years ago. But I remember at the time I'm 24, coming out of a crazy ass 7-year relationship. And I remembered exactly what you just said. Like, bitch, what do you like?
What do you do? Who are you?
I had no idea who I was.
Rebuilding.
I didn't know what I liked.
Mhm.
I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
My identity was around this person.
Yep.
Now they're gone. Who the fuck am I?
Mhm.
And I promised myself I would never get, and I kept my word. I've never went back to that.
Shout out to you.
You know, you it's a constant revolving thing.
Yeah.
It's constant work.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we talk about all the time in our 30s, we're always so tired. We're so tired because now to be happy, to be joyous, it takes intention and work.
Mhm. It takes a whole lot.
It takes a whole, in your 20s, you're just oblivious.
Mhm.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Mhm. Mhm.
30s, you're aware.
Too aware.
I'd rather be ignorant. Ignorance
Too
is
aware.
bliss.
Too aware.
Yeah, so
I feel like I said, I feel like there's a sense of like, and it's hard, and I know it's gonna take us some time to master it, but like being able to allow ourselves to be vulnerable and be like, right, like, nobody's perfect. We're gonna have to, in some capacity, be a little bit like bending in, you know what I mean? I think values. I think that's something that people don't talk about a lot, is like, when I feel like that should be like one of the very first conversations when you get to know somebody. What do you value? Like, are you a family person? Do you believe in God? Like, I had a recent situation where, it was a situationship kind of situation, and I'm like, I realized that this person had no connection, no type of belief at all in God, and the thought of that to me was like, huh? Like, how is that even possible? How are you getting through life? Do you not pray? Do you not like, how do you feel like you've gotten everything that you've gotten? And like, me being like genuinely disgusted. Like, ew, like,
that's a non-negotiable for you would say?
110%. You have no type of like you said, you don't have to be religious, but like some
No type of belief in something. No, I agree.
You just out here moving willy nilly. So the hell, who gonna claim you? Who's your rabbi? Who do you?
It's a lot, and then in your 30s, you're not in the space to like. I believe like if I put the work in for myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just meet me where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think this is also discussed on another episode with Alo that we had, and I carry this with me because I think it's so important with dating specifically to align with someone and date with someone if you're thinking long term that is also equally yoked. You got to be equally yoked. And it's so important. And it's so hard. Like, I don't know. We don't have the answers. We're just venting. I don't have the answers. But
I think it's exactly what you say. Yeah, it ties back to the whole values piece. Like, okay, like, do you believe in, and it's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be like 50-50. And I personally don't feel like it should be. Like, I feel like whoever I do meet should be able to teach me things. And should be able to.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I want to be able to learn and grow still, because we're not perfect, but
the challenge. We don't have the answers. We don't have the answers.
But I also know I personally don't put myself out there a lot. Like, I am.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I feel like
introverted.
that's what the challenge becomes.
Rather be
forcing yourself to be out there and like.
I just saw a video about that.
Yeah, like it's tough, especially how you feel like with living in New York City with
I was just getting ready to say, I think it's.
You think
But
it's a New York City thing?
Honestly, no. I'm gonna say I don't think we frequent the right places, because I have so many people who tell me like, you just don't. You're in the wrong areas. You're hanging out with the wrong people. Like,
I could agree with that.
you know what I mean? Like, you're hanging around the same people.
With that also, like when I think about just not just intimate relationships, but friendships and stuff, right? Because this is also a 30s thing.
Yeah.
With realizing, how do you handle realizing where long-term friendships, right? Where you guys no longer align. And this has been, we're talking about time versus alignment and what makes sense, right? We may have been friends since high school, but our lives aren't aligned. You know what I'm saying? And navigating that, right? Like, you don't want to seem fake. I'm cutting you off, right? I still love you, but it doesn't align anymore. And I guess breaking up a friendship that once meant something to you, but it's no beef. It's just, we don't align.
Yeah.
And, I went through that.
Yeah.
I went through that like the last year or so. Yeah, and it's like it's so weird. It's just
It's different.
it's a different.
But I think it has to happen. You know, I'm coming back to like that detachment piece of kind of like nobody is ever ours. Like nothing is ever ours. Everything is just kind of like it comes into our life because it's meant to teach us something, right? It comes when it comes because we're meant to learn something from it. People come, they're saying people come for seasons,
The
and
season. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
you know what I mean? And we're meant to learn something and walk away with something. Hopefully we come out better, you know,
Right.
after having spent the time together. But I think just coming back to that piece of like what trying to look at the positives. Okay, I lost this friend. It's painful, yes, but like how did this friend help me grow? Or like what did I learn by, you know what I mean?
Our friendship.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think it's also powerful, like, even if you had to walk away, you chose yourself, like, you chose alignment. That's also very important in your 30s, like, you said, like, "This doesn't work, so I'm gonna
Right.
exit stage left, and I'm not gonna be fake, and I'm not gonna be." That's powerful within itself. That's to me, that is 30s. That's, like, claiming your identity. We talk so much about, like, "Who am I?" That's you saying,
That
like,
you're
"Who
setting
I
your
am."
boundaries and
Yeah.
sticking to it, even though it's not consistent with who you used to be.
Yeah.
Right, and then
Letting that go.
you're going through because you still go. I went through like a grief.
Of
Right,
course.
and it's like grieving a person that's still there.
Of course.
Right, and you're just going through all these motions. Like, did I make the right decision?
Of
Like,
course.
and it's no love lost. I love this person. This
Mhm.
person was important to me at a stage in my life where I need it.
Mhm.
And now accepting that now this doesn't serve both of us,
Yeah.
right? And we're just moving in two different directions, and it still hurts,
Of course.
you be in your feelings.
Grief is nonlinear. Grief is
Yeah, and it's
very
just
much
like and you never picture that,
yeah.
right? Because it's like, I love this
How did we
person.
get here?
How did we get
What the
here?
fuck?
And it's like, it's so odd because when I think about, like, breakups, whether it's friendships, relationships, intimate, whatever, you always think, which is crazy to think, like, most of my intimate relationship breakups, most of them were chaotic,
Yeah.
toxic.
Yes.
It was something bad
Yes.
happened, like, he did
So
this,
it
he
made
did
sense
that, so it's more comforting to me, like,
to
I'm
walk
hurt, you
away.
hurt me,
Mhm.
fuck you, I'm out of here.
Mhm.
Now, a breakup where it isn't chaotic, right? It's not you did something to me, I did something to you. This is very calm, it's very respectful.
Mhm.
We just not aligning. We
Mhm.
not seeing eye to eye, and this is not serving us
Mhm.
anymore.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's like you said, choosing myself, choosing yourself, and letting go amicably, respectfully, but still grieving.
Of course.
Because I still love you,
Of course.
like, I still love you, I still care for you. So it's like,
And I probably always will.
and always will, but
Mhm.
we just not.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
So
I
I,
I
I
I
I don't
I
know.
I always think about Insecure.
Me
I think
too.
Insecure was
Whoever is the
like
insecure watcher, Issa Rae, I always think about Issa Rae and Molly.
I
That was a perfect example. Like,
I feel like I had a similar situation like years ago where it was like a best friend who I thought would have been
mm-hmm,
my best friend forever. And to say like I can't even say what truly happened.
same.
But I'm also like super optimistic. Like we saw how it ended for Issa at the end. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like, can it be a moment where people are able to come back together, or and maybe we're not able to come back on the same
Level.
level, but maybe we are able to have like a conversation and like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And like it's good to know you're good, and then vice versa. Like it's
Yeah.
just a mutual understanding. But I think it just like exactly what you said, like
Yeah.
timelines, it shifts, and everybody's not meant to go through every season. But doesn't mean that it's the end forever. Not
Yeah.
necessarily. So
And I think it's learning to accept that. And
mhm,
it's hard.
it's very
Talking
hard.
about, like I said, it's grieving stages because I'm like, is it me? And
Right.
I think I'm always compelled. Well, I used to be, especially in my 20s. I was the type that I want to fix it right here, right
Yeah.
now. I feel compelled to learn. No, let's talk about it right now.
And then meeting somebody who was completely like
Yes.
avoidant, what? Or has no desire to
Right, like, cause I can be avoidant too, but things that matter to
Yes.
me,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, "No, T, what the fuck you talking about?
Right.
Like, where you think you going?
Right.
Let's fix this right now."
Going
But also having a real like, T might not be ready,
yeah,
and I gotta respect that, whether
Yeah.
it hurts my feelings or not.
I struggle. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm being selfish because I'm trying to fulfill how I feel.
Right.
Like, no, what are you talking about? We're gonna fix this right now.
Yeah.
And it might be, I need a minute.
Right. Give me a second.
Give me a second.
That's true.
And it's
That's
two
true.
different people's feelings and trying to respect it,
Mhm.
right? Like, I feel how I feel, and I'm a big believer in everybody's entitled to how they feel,
100.
whether I agree with it or not.
Right.
right? So I might think you're crazy, but you feel how you feel for a reason.
Exactly.
And I got to respect that.
Right.
So
That's how we act.
you know, that's definitely been a recurring theme in my 30s, like losing best friends that I've been friends with for years, that you know, you envision like golden girls, you're gonna be here forever. And it's just like, but like also I thought like how you said, you know, down the line, you never know.
It's possible.
You know, it's possible in a different light, in a different way. Right now the season is not for that.
Yeah. Yep.
But
and being able to say like, this doesn't belong to me. Like, this is not mine.
yes, that's a big one.
Thank you. Thank you for
You
the
don't
opportunity.
Nipsey said something, I think that was Nipsey, that said like you don't possess people, you just experience them.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
Nip.
peace to the GOAT.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah.
I try to carry that with me, and
Me
it
too.
helps with detachment
It does.
because you feel like you can't control anybody.
There you go.
Anybody want to do something, they're gonna do it. You cannot stop them from doing it.
There you go.
You cannot you don't own anyone,
There you go.
and that's that.
That's
But yeah, closing statements now. You know, this was very healing. Thank you for coming, T.
Thank you.
Always, always.
Nervous as hell.
Very beautiful. I'm very grateful. Like I said, I know like you was nervous and stuff to come.
Still.
But I'm like, nah, who better than T for where I'm trying to go through with this? Because we've grown so much.
Still growing.
And I'm like, damn, like when I thought about it, I'm thinking back to I'm thinking back to sophomore year in high school in gym class.
She was cut after pastry.
Yeah, the pastries, like, oh my God. And I'm thinking about, like, I recollect, like, little stuff, like our away messages and all of these crazy stuff. And who would have ever thought?
Yeah.
You know, and then thinking about college and all oh my God, we got stories for days for the kids.
Child.
But I'm very proud of you. I'm proud
so.
of you.
Thank you. Thank
I'm excited for this new era for us. I cannot wait to continue to grow.
Yes.
And I was thinking, I'm like, I always think about when we were talking college about like when we're old, when we're pregnant, when we're old, when we're this and like, and I want to just keep enjoying these moments and, you know, building new memories. We're going on vacation.
Yes.
We're, you know, meeting new people. And even like I get a little sad when I think about like I see like you know, most of us, everyone's like, you know, growing, getting into new relationships, getting engaged, getting married, getting pregnant. And I'm like, damn, you know, like I always want to be able to still have my friends when it matters, you know, like after. So I get sad thinking about everyone transitioning and like, you know, naturally as you get older, people.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to be that person that brings everybody still together. Like whether we go on like a girls trip or we do whatever, because it's important, and I know that it helps to keep me sane, and it's very needed. You need friends. You need people you need community. You need it. Because I think about how much it saved me. I'm like, I think about struggling with depression. I think about struggling when, you know, you want to isolate and you don't want to talk to anyone. And people, you know, you have that one or two persons that will hit you up to check on you. And it's so, people underestimate how much that has an effect. And that's saved my life multiple times with people that don't even know, you included. Whereas moments where you don't even know what the fuck I got going on over here because I'm not talking about it. But that one text at 3 a.m, that one meme that you sent me, the real, it's like that just brought me back and saved me. So I'm always internally grateful forever for our relationship. And I hope that it continues until we're 90 years old and knowing each other. And I hope that I keep making you laugh.
Yes.
The high, your e-pill.
Forever, baby.
Forever. See, but any and again, this is to close this is just to put a little bit of hope out there.
Yes.
To the people that's going through the same things. You're not crazy.
It's okay.
You're reinventing, you're rebranding, you're relearning. And we're gonna do it together. Any new stuff I learn, I'm gonna shoot again.
Yeah,
and
she's coming all 2026, y'all. She's
I gotta get
she's going hard. My girl's coming back.
I went through all of that stuff and we'll talk about that.
But
any last notes you wanna make?
I think you summed that up perfectly. I'm grateful for your friendship as well.
Mhm.
It's hard, definitely. Ooh, child, sorry. Not the work alarm. Yeah, I think it's hard, like, especially in your 30s, like, trying to meet new people who feel genuine and who feel, like, aligned, kinda like what we were talking about, and
Mhm.
so I'm definitely grateful for you because I feel like I don't have to question it, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's like someone who's been there for me and has proven, like, that she's
Mhm.
gonna continue to be there for me, and like you said, that those 3 AM hit ups,
Mhm.
the we sending each other the eyes, like, "What you doing up? What you doing up?"
Uh-huh.
So I'm very grateful for it, exactly what you said. Y'all aren't alone in this. It's okay. Enjoy where you are. Embrace where you are. It gets better. It does.
It does, it does.
I'm
Because
optimistic.
we weren't here. We weren't here.
We weren't aware. We didn't know. Oh, we were young and dumb.
Yeah.
What?
Sometimes I miss the ignorance, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's all right. We're here.
Yeah. Valid.
But thank you guys. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on all the platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I'll link everything below. And we're gonna drop more consistently.
Lots more. Yes.
So
We going up.
thanks, T.
Yay.
And go to therapy.
Immediately.
Everybody go to therapy.